You didn't change anything. Same job, same apartment, same habits, same grocery store. But somehow, every month, the money runs out faster than it used to. The numbers don't make sense anymore. You're not spending differently. You're not living bigger. But the paycheck that used to last until the end of the month now barely makes it to the 20th. And the worst part? You can't even point to where it went. This isn't a video about cutting your coffee or skipping Netflix. This is about something much bigger. Something that's been quietly happening to millions of people over the last few years. Something that nobody properly explained to you. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why your money stopped going as far as it used to. And more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Let's talk about what your week actually looks like. Monday. Groceries. You grab the same items you always buy. But the total at checkout is somehow $30 more than it was 2 years ago. You didn't add anything new. Prices just quietly climbed while you weren't looking. Wednesday. Gas. You fill the tank. You remember when this used to cost less. A lot less. Friday. Rent is due. It went up again. Not dramatically. Just enough to sting. Just enough to push everything else a little tighter. And somewhere in between all of that, there are the bills. The utilities that crept up. The insurance that increased. The subscriptions that auto-renewed. None of them massive on their own. But together? Together they've quietly built a wall between you and financial breathing room. This is the reality for millions of working adults right now. Not broke by one big disaster. Squeezed slowly. Quietly. Month by month. And the most exhausting part isn't the money itself. It's the mental weight of constantly calculating. Constantly checking. Constantly wondering if you're going to make it to the end of the month without something going wrong. Here's what most people don't realize about financial stress. It doesn't just affect your bank account. It affects your brain. Research from Princeton University found that financial stress consumes cognitive bandwidth. In simple terms, when you're constantly worried about money, your brain has significantly less capacity for clear thinking, good decisions, and long-term planning. Which creates a brutal cycle. You're stressed about money. That stress makes it harder to think clearly. Harder thinking leads to worse financial decisions. Worse decisions create more stress. And on top of that, there's something else happening. When money feels tight and life feels heavy, your brain searches for relief. Small pleasures. A takeout order. An online purchase. A subscription you don't really need but feels like a small reward for a hard week. Psychologists call this comfort spending. It's not weakness. It's biology. Your brain is trying to regulate stress through small dopamine hits. The problem is those small hits cost real money. And over a month, they add up quietly into a number that surprises you. This is why financial struggles aren't fixed by willpower alone. Because you're not just fighting expenses. You're fighting your own brain's survival responses. So here's the deeper truth. Your money isn't going as far as it used to because two things happened simultaneously. And most people only noticed one of them. The first thing everyone noticed. Prices went up. Inflation. Cost of living. That part is visible. That part made headlines. But the second thing? Most people missed it completely. Your financial system didn't adapt. The way you manage, track, and allocate money stayed exactly the same, while everything around it changed. And when your system stays static in a changing economy, the gap between where your money goes and where you need it to go quietly widens every single month. The problem was never just inflation. The problem is that inflation exposed a system that was already fragile. And that's actually good news. Because systems can be fixed. 3 moves. Practical. Beginner-friendly. Starting this week. Move 1. Find where the money actually goes. Not roughly. Exactly. Most people have a general sense of their spending. But general sense isn't good enough anymore. Not in this economy. You need specifics. Pull your last 2 months of bank and card statements. Categorize everything. Housing. Food. Transport. Subscriptions. Entertainment. Everything else. 2 things will happen. First, you'll find at least one charge you completely forgot about. Almost guaranteed. Second, you'll find one category that quietly grew much larger than you realized. Usually food. Sometimes subscriptions. Often both. This isn't about shame. It's about clarity. Because you cannot fix a leak you haven't found yet. Move 2. Rebuild your budget around today's prices, not last year's. This is where most people's financial system breaks down. They built a mental budget 2 or 3 years ago. Groceries cost this much. Gas costs that much. Utilities run about this. And they never updated it. But prices did update. Automatically. Without asking permission. So now there's a gap between what people think they spend and what they actually spend. And that gap is exactly where the confusion lives. Sit down this week and rebuild your numbers from scratch using real current prices. What does rent actually cost now? What does a realistic grocery run actually cost now? What do your utilities actually average now? When your budget reflects reality, decisions get clearer. Stress gets quieter. Because you're no longer fighting invisible numbers. Move 3. Create one income move in the next 90 days. Cutting expenses has a limit. There's only so much to cut before you're cutting into quality of life. But income has no ceiling. You don't need a dramatic career change. One move. In 90 days. A conversation with your manager about compensation. One marketable skill added. One freelance project picked up. One side income stream started, even small. Data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics consistently shows that people who proactively pursue income growth through job changes, skill development, or side income outpace inflation far more effectively than people who only focus on cutting. Cutting defends. Income growth wins. Imagine 12 months from now. You know exactly where your money goes. Your budget reflects what things actually cost today. You've made at least one move to grow your income. And the mental weight, that constant background hum of financial anxiety, is quieter. Not perfect. Not rich. But in control. That feeling, financial control, is one of the most underrated forms of freedom that exists. Because when money stops being a source of daily stress, everything else in your life gets better. Your relationships. Your sleep. Your ability to think clearly and make good decisions. Small consistent moves. Repeated over months. That's what actually changes a financial life. Your money isn't going as far as it used to. That's real. That's not in your head. And it's not your fault that the system changed around you without warning. But here's what is in your control. How you respond to it. Most people will keep doing exactly what they've been doing. Same system. Same results. Same quiet frustration at the end of every month. But some people will make 3 moves. Find the leaks. Rebuild the budget. Create one income opportunity. And a year from now, those 2 groups will be in very different places. The economy changed. Your system can too. If this helped you see your money situation a little differently, subscribe. Every week, one honest video about building financial stability in the real world. No hype. No shortcuts. Just what actually works.